Let me pick it.
Wario. Little couples therapy for the end of the night. I'm Wario.
I'm
She's
Luigi.
Yoshi.
Yoshi. Yoshi.
She's gonna get the business.
Alright, we'll see.
I don't know what most couples do to close out their night, but I always punish my partner
Excuse me. No, you
in
don't.
Mario Karts just
No,
to
you
remind her who's boss.
Alright.
Fuck you.
Oh, I got him. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta remind them who's boss.
Okay, bro.
I'm in first place. Oh my god. Oh my.
You better not.
So what's up, babe? What do you think about my new tattoo?
It's alright. I'm just kidding. It's nice.
This is what you want to know? I look like a scrub, but I ain't one.
Coming for oh, you
Your wish
fucker.
come true, huh?
What, bro?
Nothing. I'm gay.
Oh, you bitch. Oh, I got it. Coming for you.
Nope.
I'm like right behind you. What are you talking about?
Shit.
Bam.
Damn. This is Super Mario Kart for Nintendo 64, by the way. We'll keep it old school in this room.
Oh, thanks, babe.
It's all good. It's all good. I'll come.
Nope.
First
not gonna
place.
Happen, not gonna happen. Oh, fuck.
Let that be a lesson to you.
Alright, let's see.
So, what do you think about that topic? Deadbeat moms. What is a deadbeat mom to you? Because there is deadbeat dads. I'll get to that.
Well, basically just a mom that's not there. I mean, there could be a mom that's there physically, but not there for their kids. I don't know how to explain it. Like you know me when it comes to our kids, like you know me, I give my fullest to the kids. I try to be there and everything and anything sports related, school related, but there's other parents or moms in this topic that aren't there, that aren't that involved.
Yeah, like when I hear about deadbeat mom, it's like the ones that are like just during the week they're taking pictures of their kids, but like their mind is like meant to, like they're there, and it sounds and looks good for in the exterior, like
they just want to make themselves look good. Like,
yeah, but their mind is in the weekend.
Yeah, of course.
And then on the weekend is a bunch of shaking ass and twerking and partying and bottles. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like a weekend warrior mom, but I mean, people think like, oh, like a lot of moms try to justify like, oh, I'm a single parent, like
no,
I'm rewarding myself, like I don't know. The way I look at it is like, you can't reward yourself by being a single parent, like by fucking shaking your ass in the clubs, because that's why you're probably a single mother in the first place, you know.
Oh,
in most cases.
Yeah, in most cases. I mean, we don't necessarily know the whole thing, but I mean, from what I see and what you show me, yeah, these moms think some of these moms need to be a little more involved in their kids' lives.
Yeah, and I mean like weekends too. You know what I'm saying? Because like sometimes I feel like single moms, they choose to be single to have that best of both worlds thing. You know?
Yeah.
They gotta take their, you know what I'm saying, they gotta like have their kids and maybe their baby's dad fucking go to the park and then on the weekend shake their ass, you know?
Yeah.
Like the best of both worlds. But yeah, that's my idea of a deadbeat mom. And then not only that, like there's moms that try to paint the picture like, you know, they try to victimize themselves like, oh, I'm the single mom, I don't need my baby's dad and stuff.
No.
And
how the fuck did I get fat?
Yeah, they try to leave they leave their babies to play that victim role and to talk bad about their baby's father and give them a hard time in life.
That's
you know?
what you call an immature mother. I mean, if you're gonna be a mother, you should know what you're getting yourself into, and it's all about sacrifice. Really, to me, it is.
Mm-hmm. For me, I had to give a special shout out to the ladies that fight for their they beat the odds, because right now like 99.99% of women end up single mothers, either by choice, mutual agreement, or by just some of them just have bad taste in men and they will never admit it. And you know what I mean, they let the flashy stuff get to them, like they get impressed easily, you know, like, you know what I'm saying, like
but that's only good for so long, you know?
Yeah, like the shoes and the fancy cars and stuff. Yeah, like they get impressed with all that, and then they end up having a kid and then figuring out that the dude can't. Like, oh, you know what else is a deadbeat? Oh, sorry, you know what else is a deadbeat mom to me?
Yes.
Deadbeat mom to me are the ones that are like constantly dating different, like bringing different men around their children.
Yeah.
Like all the time, and just, you know what I'm saying, like just bringing different men around their
they need
their
stability.
kids.
The kids need
and then the kind of men they bring around their kids are just like, you know what I'm saying, like me, I'm all tattooed and it looks bad, you know, but
I am sorry, but
you know what I'm saying, like it looks bad, but I mean, I got a good head on my shoulders for, you know what I'm saying, despite looks ain't everything, like I'm saying, you know. But yeah, that's my
well, that's mine. I mean, to me, it's just, you know, the mom needs to be there.
Yeah, acting all dramatic with especially like when they got like multiple babies' fathers. Like, I'm not gonna talk bad about those kind of women because my mom was one, but like just some women just make really bad choices, and they don't ever want to own up to it, so they just live their whole life pointing the finger at the dad, you know.
Yeah.
And it's sad, you know, because at the end of the day, they're just another statistic. At the end of the day, and it's like, and sometimes and you know what it is, they're right. Like the dad's a deadbeat, but look who opened their legs. And you know what I'm saying? Like, look,
it's both. You know,
yeah, it goes both ways. You can't just like point the finger, like, especially like for those that have like multiple baby fathers and they're still single mother. It's like, dude. But I get it, because the incentive to be a single mother is like really high. You know, you get a free house, Section 8, welfare, child support, babysitting vouchers. Like, basically women don't need a man these days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some women get that.
Yeah, some women do. Yeah, no, not all of them. I mean, and sometimes, like in your case, like sometimes couples just grow apart. They get together in high school, get married.
Very young.
10 years later, like you're not the same person.
Apart, yeah.
I understand that, because I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Nor was I the same person I was like 2 years ago. Like, I'm just having like different. Everybody changes throughout the years.
Bam!
Damn, already?
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you guys.
It's all good. Yo.
No, I mean, it's just the mindset of a parent, not just a mother, not just a father. It's the mindset of a parent that, you know, there's responsibilities when it comes to a kid.
And then what about a deadbeat dad? What's your definition of a deadbeat dad?
Well, I mean, it's the same as a deadbeat mom, you know. Just the parent needs to be there, and the same goes for the dad.
Yeah.
You know, you guys may not be together or whatever, but, you know, it's not about you guys anymore. It's about the child. You know, and it's always going to be about the child, and that's it, you know.
Yep.
No petty bullshit, nothing, like...
Yeah, pettiness is so unnecessary.
It's so fucking annoying.
You know, the little things in life, you know, they say to enjoy the little things in life. Like, the little things in life make life. And also the little things in life, like, can destroy a life.
Yeah.
Like being petty with your kid's father, your kid's mother. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that petty stuff is just like draining, like mentally, physically. like to your child, and you're like, ooh,
Oh,
blew you out the
really,
water.
babe?
I
Are you
just punished her.
serious?
I had to remind her who's boss, eh?
You probably didn't even know that was me.
I knew that was you.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I was. No mercy.
All right, we'll see.
But yeah, where was I?
Petty.
Oh yeah, petty. Like yeah, I know some baby dads are extremely petty.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie and say that I was never petty. At one point, like I was, but like 10 years ago, I'm gonna tell you a story, like a quick one. You know, at one point in my life, I was like, I fit the description of a deadbeat dad. You know, like I didn't have no goals, no. I was just kind of just living life day by day, and
Shit.
I mean, I love my son and I thought about him all the time, but like I wasn't like always. Sometimes my mind would be focused on the weekend or the weekends I didn't have him, you know,
Yeah.
and I'd just be not acting like a father, as opposed to now I'm constantly acting like a father and I behave with like one even when the kids are not around, you know.
But my thing is like my question is like back then, you know how you're saying you were just thinking about the weekend? Was it just because like you didn't want to have to deal with your ex or what? I mean,
yeah, it was really difficult dealing with her, and then I was young, so I would justify like my drinking and just partying with like, you know what I'm saying, like,
yeah,
and really there was nothing to ever celebrate, you get what I'm saying, or there was nothing to really like
be happy about.
Yeah, nothing to really be happy about. Just kind of just trying to wash away the pettiness, the drama. I mean, I think we were both just young when we had my son.
Yeah, me too.
But now that I'm like I'm an adult, like okay, so I know I wasn't like I've been in jail and stuff, and I was out of my son's life while I was in there, because I was in there, and I remember getting out. I was struggling. I didn't have like a steady car to go visit him because he lives about an hour away from me, and you get what I'm saying. Like I would ask the mom, my son's mom, to bring him just for a couple hours, and she wasn't willing to, knowing that I didn't have a car.
Yeah.
You know, struggling, getting out of jail, and like a car wasn't sturdy, and you know what I mean. Like I was barely getting on my feet, climbing out of debt. Oh, I want to get climbing out of debt and stuff. So I didn't have money. It honestly costs money to be a father, and it's not and I'm not talking about like, you know, you need to buy your kid this and that. I'm talking about you need to have money to go see your son, take him from school from here to there. And when you're barely getting out of jail, it's hard, you know. So the thing with my situation, my son's mom has a hard time understanding that now. Like I'm 10 years have passed, or 7, whatever, 8. She has a hard time understanding that I'm not that same dude. Like I got money, and money brings stability. Like I have a steady car now, a steady job, steady income, steady place. And she still tries to paint this picture to, you know, to her friends and her family that I'm just that same old deadbeat dad, and that's not even the fact, you know. Like she doesn't want to let that go. Like she still wants to like demonstrate that image. She still tries to treat me and talk to me like that, and it's like you have like you're talking to someone that already has like a career, and I'm thinking about buying a house already and stuff. And I got my priorities straight, and not only that, like my attitudes and beliefs have changed. You know, when your attitudes and beliefs change, your thoughts change, and when your thoughts change, your behaviors change. And she has a hard time. Like I think a lot of, and not just my situation, but I think a lot of
people have
a lot of people. Like I'm sure that your ex-husband has a hard time, like coming to terms with who you are now.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So my son's mom is having a hard time coming to terms with who I am now, as opposed to who I used to be, and that might be the situation for most.
Oh, I hate this one.
Yup.
Yeah, I mean, when I got with you, you already know how that went. You know, he just didn't like the fact that I was with you, and
yeah, that's petty though.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Here's the thing, fellas and ladies and fellas. If you're not willing to put in the hard work to keep your relationship, your son's mom, your baby's mama, your baby's dad, whatever. If you're not willing to put in the hard hours and work, because it's hard work keeping a relationship and maintaining it, because it gets really dull. And if you're not willing to, then accept the fact that someone's gonna come eventually and try to create a new life and a relationship with whether it's your ex-husband or your ex-boyfriend or your baby mom. Like you gotta understand that once you forfeit that, that's it. You gotta let it go. Like
Yeah.
there's no
interest there anymore.
Yeah, it's not even that, but it's like you gave up all rights to being in a relationship with that woman, and you can't control her new relationship at all. I mean, I'm not saying that, you know what I mean, like you guys could care for each other, like, and you could, like, you know, she's making bad decisions, but at the same time you can't um you can't say anything. I mean, you just gotta hope that that person, your ex, is making the right decisions for the sake of your children or your child. You know what I'm saying? Like me, like with my son's mom, like she didn't always make the bad decisions, like, I mean the good decisions. But I have no choice but to trust her, and you know, especially as we get older, she makes like better decisions now. And there's nothing I can do but trust it. Or otherwise, I'd be getting into fights with. I would have gone into like 10, 20 fights with 10, 20 different boyfriends, you know?
Yeah.
Had I not trusted her, like, you know, with the decision making of my son, or just accepted it, you know what, she's no longer in my control, like her decisions are no longer like I have no say in them, especially, you know?
Yeah.
Because our relationship ended. And that's something that I came to terms with really well, and she didn't.
I mean, my ex is, I guess you can say he's kind of working on that now.
Coming to terms.
I mean, it took, 2-3 years. But, I mean, it's getting there. I mean, we're having a little bit more conversation, like, regarding the kids. But that's the only conversation we have.
That's the only conversation
you should have.
Yeah. Like small talk and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, it'll happen. It just tends to happen. But, I mean, like I said, like, I'm not petty. Like, I'm not... Like, you know, me and you're in a relationship, I'm not insecure about it. Like, I feel threatened in no manner. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he shouldn't either. Like, you know, when it comes to step parenting with my son, he's really close with his mom's new boyfriend, and they've been together for a few years, and he's really close to him, and I respect that. I'm glad that there's another like male role model in his life. I just hope that, you know, I mean, it's unfortunate that we've never met. Not by my choice. No.
Wow.
No, I never met him. And not that I didn't want to, but just that, you know, after, I just wasn't sure. Like, I never showed interest because I just wasn't sure
if she was
going to be with him for that long because of the many partners she's had in the past. But, I mean, I wouldn't mind just meeting him and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I hear good and bad things, but, I mean, nobody's perfect.
But, you know how I feel about stuff like that. Like, when I first met her, I mean, as a mother, I would want to know who's going to be around my kids when I'm not there. So that's why I took it upon myself to introduce myself to her, because I thought as a mother first instead of a petty girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, that's where the adult maturity comes in, and a grown woman needs to be doing that. Like, you know? So, that
that's true, yeah.
And you weren't, you know, you were on your way home. And I introduced myself.
Yeah, and it's different, you know, when it came for me, and then your ex, like, he right away started making threats, like, like without me having a chance to introduce myself, or
that's where it went all.
Started texting about I better not ever touch the kids and stuff, and then I right away, of course, as anybody would, get on the defense, you know, like, what the hell, you know what I mean? Like, that's uncalled for. Like, I'm over here thinking that we're 30-year-old men.
Yeah, grown.
And, you know, at the very least, at least be able to acknowledge each other. But, you know, I was attacked. What do you call it?
Verbally.
Characterized, you know, you're trying to attack my character. I know my appearance is a little rough, you know, with the tattoos, but this is a new age. There's people that don't have tattoos that are serial killers, you know, and stuff. But, yeah, if he had like if he truly had a concern for his children, all he has to do is just be like, hey man, like, get to know me.
Exactly.
Like, hey, you know, hey, so and so, like, yeah, you know, like, you get to, like, break down your child's, like, personality. Yeah, you might have to work on this guy, you know, like my son this, but you know, get to know him. You want to get to know who's around your children. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to get to know, and it's not like you were hiding me or I was hiding. I do work a lot, and but yeah, so folks out there, like, don't be petty. You know, like be the bigger man or woman and get to know who's around your kids. It's really important. You'll feel a lot better. Like it's the more mature thing to do. And honestly, nowadays, like it's not even like being petty and ratchet was like popular like 5-7 years ago. But like that now the new like cool and sexy is being mature. You can't like priorities and maturity. You can't put a price on that. Like looks ain't enough for me as an adult no more. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, to a certain extent, but like what I look for in a woman is like definitely her maturity and her priorities. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not even like I'm not looking for like to be that cute power couple. Like I just want to be like mature together. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I want. Maturity is being a mature couple is a power couple. Like I don't care what you guys see on MTV or VH1. That's all fake.
That's all scripted stuff.
It's all scripted. It's ridiculous.
I mean, even though I watch it, it's scripted.
It's entertaining. It's entertaining, but it's just entertainment. You understand it? Like, her expectations of me ain't. Yeah, like we were watching a video of some celebrity giving his wife a new car for no reason, and I'm just glad that you don't have those kind of expectations, because believe it or not, a lot of women do have those expectations. They see stuff like that, and then they feel like the relationship they're in is good enough because they ain't getting that, and they don't understand that that's all TV stuff. It's not a reality, and we ain't celebrities. We're average citizens. You get what I'm saying? Like just average people, and we got bills and mouths to feed.
Yeah.
But yeah. But anyways, yeah, this is what we do this is what we do at the end of the night, like on the weekends, when there's no work, and the kids are asleep, dogs are fed, house is clean, dishes are washed. Yeah, we come here and we play video games and we wind down, and after this we're probably gonna let the TV play in the background while we're on our phones, and we're gonna fall asleep. Yeah, we're gonna fall asleep, and then work tomorrow for most of us.
It's Monday.
Yeah, folks. With that being said, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Johnny John Zhao, solo podcaster. This is me and my girlfriend winding down. Thank you.
Night.